everybody. Hello. I'm looking over at the chat. There are lots of people in the chat. All right, let's see here. Hello, Jill. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Kim. Hello, Gloria. Hello, Marjorie. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Joanna. Hello, Leslie. Hello, Leah. Hello, everyone. It's going by so fast. I'm trying to keep up with it, and I just simply can't. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited that all of you are here with me this evening. I can't find the words, I guess, to say how excited I am to be a part of this group and to be a part of this incredible event. And I mean, this is it. This is the Super Bowl of crafting events. Everyone that you know and love, the best of the best, is a part of this event, and I'm excited that I am here with you this evening. So again, as everything is going by so quickly on the screen, I'm so excited to be here with all of you. I wish I could say hello to every single one of you in the chat, but whoo, they are going by so quickly. So first and foremost, I have to give a huge thank you to Catherine for, as always, believing in me to be able to create a class that would be even close to the equivalent to this amazing event that she has put on. I wish I could hug you right now because you give the best hugs in the world, but thank you, my friend, for trusting me to be a part of this incredible event. So I'm really excited because today we are going to be doing a class that is dedicated to my late great Dr. Robert Michael, and I'm really excited to do this for him today because this was kind of the big thing that I was looking forward to, I guess, this year, and I'm glad that I'm able to do it for you and for him. So we're going to head down to the table. We're going to talk about the things that we're going to need today that are in your kit, as well as some of the extras that I asked you to bring along, or things that we can swap out. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to try to stay on time. You know, I love to chat. You know, I love to carry on and have a good time. So I'm going to try to stay on time as much as I can, maybe even finish a little bit earlier to give you a break before the wrap up. But we're going to do our best. So let's go ahead and head down to the table and let's talk about my class this evening. So my class this evening, we are going to be making 3 different cards. We are going to do the very first card. We're going to go in order of the way that the book has it listed here, okay? So it's going to be really simple to kind of navigate through. Where the heck are you that you need long sleeves? Oh, I am in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And right now in my studio, our studio is always very cold. So our studio is kept at about 64 degrees because of all of the heavy camera equipment and lights and stuff. So that is why I am able to wear long sleeves. Oh yes, the Christopher Hook. Yes. It's okay, Christopher, I already ran over. Okay, well, as long as somebody else ran over, then I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad at all then. All right. So let's go ahead and move the book out of the way just for now, and then we are going to make sure, let me pop this over here, to make sure that we have everything that we need for our class. So first of all, you are going to need it's 112 right now. Yeah, no. It is 64 in the studio, and it is wonderful. You are going to need your dies from the kit. You are going to need your Look for Them in the Leaves stamp set. You are going to need these rub-ons, which I have to tell you all, I added the additional inventory to the website. We'll talk about these again tonight. I added the additional inventory to the website, but we are already halfway sold through. So if you want more of these, I'm sure we'll post a link there a little bit later. Once they say sold out on the site, they are actually sold out. We are not going to order any more. I've already begged, bargained, and pleaded enough with our manufacturer to get us some within a week and a half. So this is it, my friends. This is it. You're also going to need your stencil that coordinates with these leaves here. Okay, see these different leaves coordinate with the not with the they coordinate with certain rub-ons. We don't have one for this big one, but they coordinate perfectly with the stamp. Okay, and we'll talk about that if it wasn't upside down, Christopher Allen, we'll talk about it that way. Okay, whenever we stamp it. And then you are going to need a piece of your a piece of your perfect blend paper. If you don't have the perfect blend paper, that is okay. You don't have to have the perfect blend paper. You can use just a standard piece of white paper that was included in your kit, okay? Watching on the run. Oh, great. All right. So if you have all those items, let's go ahead and let's get started. So the very first thing that we're going to do, and you did not have any homework in my class because we don't need homework for this class. This class is going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. So this is the card, the very first card that we're going to be making today. Let me zoom in a little bit. I got all of this high-tech camera, zoom in, zooming out, like incredible equipment in my studio because I told Catherine if she was going to continue inviting me back that I was going to invest in some very, very fancy equipment, and that's why we can zoom in so close onto this card. So this is the card we're going to be making. We'll go ahead and zoom out again. And the very first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need this card base. So you are going to grab yourself a piece of the black cardstock, that would have been provided to you, and we are going to cut that in half this away. Hold on. Let me pretend like we have a full sheet of paper. You're going to cut it right at the 5.5 mark, okay? Cut it right in half like this. That's what we're going to do. We're going to cut it right in half. Scrapbook.com said so fancy. If you're talking about my camera work, I am nowhere near you guys are, my friends. I need to actually come out and pay you guys a visit soon and come and hang out with you in the studio. I think that would be fun. I mean, if I'm invited, I'm inviting myself. I'm coming out. I'm on the next plane. I am on the next plane. Okay, so everybody should have that cut out and done and ready to go. All right, and then we need to take a piece of our white, regular standard white paper, okay? And you are going to cut that down to 4 by 5.25, so that will fit right on the front of there. See that there? All right, I see Laura, but who is scrapbook.com? Is that Cody? Yes, we should all come. We should. Just a big party. A big party. Okay, so if you are on, so you're going to want to go to the events website. The events website is where you will find these extra leaves. We did not make them available, and we're not making them available to the general public. They are only available to you. So you have to go to the events, Brutus Monroe events page, click on the SCT, and you will see them there. We only have about 200 left. We only have about 200 left, and I'm not going to lie to you, we ordered 1,000 more. So that's it. Once those 200 are gone, they are gone. Sayonara. Bye-bye. Okay, so you got that? Everybody got it good to go? Okay. So the next step is we're going to grab our rub-ons. And there's a little like piece in between here that is, makes it so this doesn't stay sticky. This is your free vellum. This is free. This is a free gift with purchase. You can use this however you want. It's release paper, but it's this really cool, shiny, and I'm sure you all will figure out about a million things that you can do with this. But today we are just going to, we're not doing anything with it. It's just the in-between paper. But we are going to use our rub-on to rub on our card base here, okay? Does that make sense to everybody? But what I will say, question, can you combine events orders with stuff from your regular supplies? Currently not right now, Deb, but I will tell you very quickly that we have added, at the request of lots and lots of emails that you have sent to us, we have added some of our most popular products, the embossing powders, the Not Your Mama's paper and stuff like that, to the events page. But as of right now, we cannot. We will hopefully in the future, but we did not plan on it being kind of as crazy as it has been with the orders. And oh my goodness, do we appreciate that. But we cannot combine them currently. We will be able to very soon. We're moving to another platform And we're definitely moving to another platform because I'm doing this all again in the spring. So currently we cannot combine the two. We cannot combine the two. Okay. So if you could put everything into one order on the one site, that would probably be best. But right now we can only do it one. Okay, so we are going to place our piece of paper that we just cut. There should be 2 pages. There are 2 large pages in the rub-ons. And we are going to go ahead and we are going to take some sort of a burnishing tool. I personally would tell you to use like a bone folder. Most of the could you use this background stamp for those rub-on words? Well, you're in luck, Shari, because this is coming out as a background stamp for our holiday release. So I would not suggest, a lot of these rub-ons from manufacturers will come with a popsicle stick. Have you ever tried to shovel snow with a toothpick? That's basically what you're doing if you are using a popsicle stick for this. The popsicle stick doesn't have much give. It can break. It's not very large. I would use, this is about double the size of what your popsicle stick would be. So you're just going to go ahead and you're just going to rub this on, and it's so easy to do. It releases so easily, and you're going to be able to tell when it starts releasing because you'll see how it kind of becomes lighter. So most everybody has a bone folder. If you don't, you can use a credit card or a gift card. You just want to have a little bit more, run it through your die. You could run it through your die cutting machine as long as you cut it out. Yes, absolutely. That's a great suggestion. Thank you. Yes, rub-ons are definitely much different than what used to exist. Because I used to use, there was a brand, I think it was 7 Gypsies or something, and the rub-ons were always kind of, I mean, those are from 10, 15 years ago, so the rub-on was pretty difficult to rub on. But you can see in no time at all, you can go ahead and and scrape that on there. You sure can, absolutely. You can absolutely run this through your die cut machine. And you're just gonna rub this on. It's so simple. And yes, the events page, I believe that SCT just posted it, and I'm sure they'll probably pin it eventually. But that is where you would get extras of these rub-ons. And like I said, we are not producing these again. We are not producing these again. The extras are just for our friends at SCT. Okay, so now see when you lift this off. What a time to be alive. Doesn't that just make you so happy? Look at how perfect and crisp that is. The first try. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see just how beautiful. Oh my goodness. Perfect every time. Every single time. Let's get a real good zoom in, shall we? Because we can get real zoomed in here. Look at that. Can you believe that? Look at how crisp that is. We'll do this again with the leaves. But look at that. I don't care what you say. You're never going to get that with a stamp. Stamping is beautiful, and we love stamping, and we're about to do some stamping, but it will never be that crisp. It will never. You're a first-time rub-oner. Well, Sydney. Woo! What does it say? I have no idea. It says whatever. It was something that my our illustrator whipped up. So I'm not sure. I think it's just gibberish. It says here heat to 350. Fold in the cheese. No, I'm kidding. It's all jumbled. It doesn't say anything. It does not say anything. But how exciting! Oh, I just love it so much. I think it looks so incredible. So incredible. I'm telling you, the rub-ons are making a comeback. Yes, Basic Gray. We actually carry Basic Gray's magnets, the best magnets out there with the adhesive on the back. Okay, so we did go ahead and burnish that on, and now we're going to go ahead and we're going to pause for a second to make sure everybody has that rubbed on. Is everybody rubbed on? Is everybody Is everybody good? Are we fully... We're fully rubbed on? Okay. So now we are going to need a piece, another piece of black paper. Well, not another piece, but a piece of black paper. And we are going to need to adhere this together. We're giving this, we want to give this some oomph. We want to give this some dimension. So I'm going to do that with some of my absolute favorite tape adhesive that exists in the whole entire world, and that is from my dear, my good Judy, Miss Gina K. That is her adhesive with Thermoweb, and it is hands down my favorite adhesive, absolute favorite adhesive. I love you too, Melanie. And then we're just going to place these two together. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Done. Easy peasy. We are done. Okay. I'm naughty. What did I say? I did not. I don't think I said anything. I don't think I said anything that's naughty. Did I repeat something that's naughty and I just don't realize it? I haven't gotten a text message from Catherine yet, so I'm not in trouble. I don't think I said anything that was naughty. No, it's just a 4 by 5 1/4 panel of black. That's all. 4 by 5 1/4. Measurement in the book is wrong. What do you mean it's wrong? It should be 4 1/4. It should be 4 by 5 1/4, because we are going to place it on a... See that? Let me look in the book. Let me make sure. No, 4 by 5 1/4 and 4 by 5 1/4. Right? It's correct in the book. Oh my goodness. What size is the white panel? It's 4 by 5 1/4, my friends. Both panels are 4 by 5 1/4. All right. So next, we are going to center our largest, and I would say largest by width and height. So if these are your 3 dies, see those 3? It's going to be this one on the left. Yeah, it just needs to give it a little oomph. That's all. And then you're going to place that center adjacent, because remember, the script of the Rubbloods are actually Christopher's. Correct, Cody. That is correct. You are going to need your little Orphan Annie decoder pin in order to figure out what I have written, but you'll figure it out. I have faith in all of you. You will be able to figure it out. Okay, we're going to take a little piece of tape here, and we are going to place it right on top, and then we're going to run this through. I'm going to run it through my lawnmower, which is my die cutting machine. I use the Sizzix, what is this? The Switch machine. It sounds like you're on a full construction and or landscaping site. It is so loud. But that's why I call it my lawnmower. It sounds like a lawnmower. And once we run that through, we are going to peel off our tape here, and then we should have a perfect pop out from the center here. Oh, good, good, good. Yeah, I am actually... It's not a mat. Nope, you're just going to attach it. That is correct. We're just attaching it, just like so. It should look like this. Isn't it loud, Stacy? I mean, it's a great machine, but I'll tell you right now, if you are crafting in a house, if you're not crafting alone, it shakes the house. I mean, it is loud. All right, we're going to wait a moment to make sure everybody's got that die cut out. Give me a thumbs up if yours is die cut. Okay, I think we're doing pretty well. Just trying to follow along the comments here. All right, we got some thumbs up. Much quieter, much quieter. Yeah, this one it's serious. Good to go, good to go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. So next we are going to adhere the card panel to our card base. Okay, so we're going to adhere this right in the center here. I'm going to use a mixture of glue. Y'all know how much I love glue. Ugh. We're going to use a mixture of glue. And actually, well, I think we'll just use glue for this one. I was going to use some dry adhesive as well, but I think just glue is fine. Dawn, sometimes you have to try a different browser or clear your cookies or your cache on your computer. The reason it does that, from what I've learned from our web developer, is because there are some browsers that are extra, I don't know if I want to say efficient or if they're kind of, they just try to block our website because the website's only 2 months old. So it tries to stop it. So you will be able to get in. You may just have to try a different browser or try going in on clearing out your cookies and cache. No need. He has. Oh yes. Do you want to? I didn't see what Jen said, but I do have my candy stash in here. These are my body parts. These we have at Scoozy's, which is a Brutus Monroe brand. Well, I guess it's more of a Christopher Allen brand. But, yeah, I have those with me today. I know, it's glue just, I don't know, something happened to me in kindergarten or something, I don't know. And it makes me nervous. Okay, so now we are going to stamp the largest leaf, okay? So it's going to be the leaf on the stamp set. I'll show you here. That is the leaf that fits in here. See that? You'll be able to line it up perfectly. It fits inside of here. Okay? So we're going to grab this leaf. You ordered the Dutch apple pretzels? They're so good. They are so good. We actually have more. We have more coming in because y'all grabbed them. Y'all snatched them all up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stamp this down. And I want to give a shout out. Is Sterling here with us tonight? Sterling, are you crafting with us, my friend? I just sent you a big box of your own crafting goodies. Is Sterling here tonight? You do need to come here. Maybe you guys can come for the anniversary party. What are you doing in December? See if you could make a trip out in December. I'll send you the dates, or Jess will send you the dates. The rub-ons are an additional item. You can purchase them separately. There is a limit of 5 packs right now on the website, and there's a lot of you that are actually ordering all 5 packs, which is fantastic. But on the website, the events website, there's a special spot just for our SCT folks, and because of that, it's on our special website just for you. No one knows how to get there to get to that unless they know how to get there to get to that, and it's only you guys. And we'll watch this later today. Oh, good. Well, I just wanted to make sure, Jennifer, to give him a shout out in case he was crafting along with us. The link is at the top of the chat. So you're just going to want to clear out your browser history, or use a different browser and it will let you go. And we've tried, and it's tried and true. It doesn't work for some people, and then it works really well for others. Yes, you are stamping it on the Perfect Blend at the very top. I'm just using a larger sheet of my Perfect Blend paper, but you can use whatever part of the paper you would like. Do we need a certain size? No, we're going to be cutting this out. We're going to be cutting this out. So it can be whatever you would like. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp it probably about 3 times in order to make sure that it's on there really well. You were able to order 2. Good, good, good. Yeah, I can tell you there's not a lot left. So that is what it will look like once you have it all stamped out. I'm actually going to take a look right now while y'all are stamping to see where we're at. Oh yes, we are at less than, yep. Bear with me one moment. Okay, how's everybody doing? Yes. Okay, yes, we, I would say, yes, grab your rub-ons. Take a 1-second break while we're getting ready to do this and grab your rub-ons, because they are going to sell out probably before our second card gets started. You are stamping the leaf with black ink. I'm using the Raven Detail ink because it really, look how crisp. That we don't call it detail ink for nothing. Look at how crisp that ink is. Yes, they do stamp beautifully, don't they? We used a different manufacturer this year. Thank goodness. And they're the best. They're the best of the best. Cannot find the rub-ons are, we'll talk about it at the end of my class. We'll make sure everybody can find them. Okay, so we're just going to peel this off of here. Okay, put it to the side. I'm using my stick and stamp mat from Crop and Create, I think 2 years ago. It's old. This one has been through it. Hopefully at some point we can offer these again. Or maybe Catherine can offer them on her site. I don't know. But a lot of you have asked about this rainbow border. It's specifically for our Crop and Create delivered. And I am using the Brutus Monroe Cotton Candy Squeaky Clean. It smells so good. The paper can be whatever size you would like, as long as it fits. As long as it fits the what was the word I'm looking for? As long as it fits the leaf. That's all you're looking for. It just needs to fit your leaf. The Simple Blend is a dye-based ink. It is a dye-based ink. Okay, all right. So let me go ahead and put away my stamp. Y'all are doing so good. You are doing so well. I know, the stick and stamp. We have a new version coming out for our 10-year anniversary, so don't worry. We'll have that for you soon. Oh, I will warn you the next time that I Zoom. I will warn you. I don't want you to get dizzy. I apologize. I should warn you first. Can the Squeaky Clean be used on stamps? Yes, that's what it's made for. You can't purchase it yet, but myself and Catherine will chat offline. Because I think you should be able to again, because that's, duh, it's the prettiest one we have. It's going to be neck and neck with our 10-year, because the 10-year anniversary one's really cool, but it's the prettiest one we have right now. Oh, the matte mist. Yes, the matte mist you can use on the on your stamps. It's just not going to clean as well. It's not nearly as abrasive as the stamp cleaner. Okay. I just stamped it in the middle of the paper because I have an unlimited amount of paper. I have paper on top of paper, next to paper, beside paper, under paper. So if you want to put it like as close as you can into the corner, you absolutely can. It does not make a difference. It does not make a difference at all. Oh, the squeak. I think I just short circuited. The peach squeaky clean is magnificent. It absolutely is. All right, so now we are going to go ahead and we are going to stamp the largest. We already stamped it on there. We're going to use the stencil to ink blend the leaf, and then we're going to fussy cut out our leaf here. So you can see the way that the stencil has been created. It fits perfectly over top of our leaf. So you're going to set that there. And then my wonderful team here at Brutus Monroe already gave me 3 new brushes. I only need one because we are going to use, and I'll show you how to use, actually, you know what? I'm just going to use one brush to show you how to use the one brush that you have, and then I am going to clean it. So the way that our Simple Blend ink pad works is it has 3 different colors in it. Hello, Jennifer. Which leaf on the stencil should we use? You're going to use the one that matches up. It's the one that matches up. Oh, it's okay, Jennifer. They're swooning to go and get more right now because we're offering them just to them. So they'll have more later. So in the future, maybe. In the future, maybe we could use it. Yes, 10 years. Can you believe it? So the colors match with the label. So it goes, or it matches in rainbow order. So we have Roy, red, orange, yellow. So we are going to grab our brush. This is the number 8 signature brush. We have 4 additional sizes that will be coming out in the next couple of weeks. But right now, the number 8 is my most used size. So that's the one we launched with. So I'm going to show you how to use it as soon as I'm done with this, Mary Jo. So we're going to start with our lightest color, with our lightest color. So we're going to go in with our yellow, and you'll see here how the brush really picks up that color. And we're just kind of going to go in kind of a blotchy. We don't want it to be perfectly colored in, if that makes sense. So see how I just did a couple of little, I don't know what I guess you would call that little like circles. They're the same size, Colleen. How do we get into the Crop Create spot on your website? Penny, you're just going to click the link up at the top and you'll be able to see it there. Question, why not use the die? Because if we use the die, it's going to cut out to be the exact same size as the insert area there. Okay, so then you're going to grab your orange, and we can use the same brush because this is a darker shade than the yellow, and we're going to do the same thing. Just go in and add your circulations of color to wherever you see fit. See that there? Okay. And then last but not least, you're going to grab the red shade, which is at the very top of your pad, and it's going to look like they're all mixed together. I promise you they're not. I promise. We're going to go in and add our red areas. Just make sure you fill it all in, and then we are good to go. Your ink pad's dried out already? This ink pad? That's wild. You'll have to send us a message. These ink pads were literally manufactured specifically for the event, so that's no good. No good. Is Kathy here? Oh, Kathy is here. Hello, Kathy. KFC, listen. You got to do what you got to do. So, all right, so we just went in and we're going to finish. Just double check, you know, let's do a little zoom in here. Double check to see if there is any. Yeah, the orange is hard to see if you don't, you can kind of, you know, blend it and reblend it. It's not supposed to be perfect. We're not looking for perfect. No. Not at all. Okay. You just opened it right for class? Yeah, send us a message. Send us a message. All right. So you should see, because it should be it should be very, very, very juicy. I mean, very, very, very juicy. All right, so now we're going to lift this off. It's supposed to be 3 pieces of foam. Yes. It is supposed to be 3 pieces. All right, so we're going to peel this off. Put our stencil to the side, and now we are going to fussy cut this out. Okay. Oh, perfect. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, do that. Fill out the, do what Catherine's telling you to do, not what I'm telling you to do. Please, please, please. Just open mine, and red and yellow are smeared into yellow. So you should still be able to, use the colors. But just shoot us a message and we will, or shoot a message on SCT, but you should be okay. Because they all will naturally blend together just a little bit. They will blend together just a little bit. Bonnie, do not use the die, because if you use the die, it's going to be the exact same size as this, and it's going to fill it in, and we really want to see this black on the outside. That's why we're not using the die. I promise you there's a method to my madness. I am not torturing you for the fun of it. I promise you that. It's because we want to be able to have the outline. We want it to look like one of those leaf, you know, where they're kind of, it's like pinned in a frame. They are supposed to bleed into each other just a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, obviously, they're going to bleed a little bit because they're touching. I mean, you should still be able to utilize the colors, though. All right. Like a specimen. Yes, Cassie. Very Silence of the Lambs. Are the inks supposed to follow the cuts? Yes, Jane. And then I learned this trick from Miss Christina Warner, one of my besties. I mean, I call her bestie. I might not be her bestie, but she's my bestie. my Lego bestie. And I'm just going to add some black marker all the way around the outside in order to give that kind of a crisper edge there. Okay, got that. And then we're going to take some glue again, and we're going to place that right in the center. So do you see why we fussy cut it? Because we want it to have, well, I know you're my bestie too, Jennifer McGuire, but I have not gotten to what you've taught me yet. That'll be the next class, the next card. Yes, me and Jennifer had, earlier this year, we did a live, and we had the time of our lives. I mean, again, I did. I think she did too. She was giggling and we were laughing, but it was a lot of fun. I just love my people in this industry. I really do. I'm so lucky to be a part of it. Okay, so we're going to pop that right down in the center, and there we go. And it really does look like it's doesn't it look kind of 3D? Isn't that cool? I just think that's so cool. All right, and while we're waiting, while we set that aside, we're going to go ahead and clean out our brush. A lot of you ordered our incredible foaming brush cleaner. I got ink all over mine, but it is a really pretty label. And what you're going to do is you're going to take, let me show you how, see how this foams up? And the reason I wanted it to be foaming is because that foam, let's get a close-up. Let me show you here. So see, when we do the foam, see how the foam gets into the bristles? That's what you want. You really, really want the foam to get up in the bristles, and then watch. Wait till you see how much ink is going to come out of my, let me grab a separate paper towel. Can I use the dye then? Sure, absolutely, Marisol. Listen, whatever you want to do. Oh yes, I forgot that y'all got scissors. So you'll see, and I'm not going to take the time because we don't have the time for me to completely clean out this brush. But do you see how much ink is coming out of it? It's amazing how much will come out of it. Yes, I have the Lego one. It's in my Lego room at home. But it is wonderful. It is so, so good for cleaning. And it'll work on any brush. I tried it on every brush out there. All of them. I don't usually clean either, but when it comes to my brushes, I've gotten better at cleaning them. See, I did not learn cleaning from that. That was not something Jennifer taught me. Jennifer did not teach me to clean a brush. That was self-taught. But it works. It works really, really, really. Yeah, create your own ending. Create your own ending. Well, there you go, Allison. That's a way to do it too. That's absolutely the way to do it. Yes, this foaming brush cleaner. Oh, and it doesn't smell like anything. Does not smell like a thing. It is unscented. All right. So now we're going to grab a piece of white. This can be just white cardstock. It doesn't have to be your special cardstock. It's just one white piece of cardstock that is going to be 2 inches by 0.5 inches. Okay? Again, that is 2 inches by a 1/2 inch. How long does it take the brush to dry so you use it again? If you just keep rubbing it onto your mat or onto your, whatever you have that's drying it, it won't take long at all. It will not take long at all. I was going to say, yeah, because it is a felt pad. So because it's a felt pad, it may take a little zhuzhing. Okay. So for our lean on me sentiment, I think we're gonna have to do our little white piece just a little bit. I think it's going to be a little bit taller, okay? Because I think we're going to need to do it at about a quarter, about 3/4 of an inch. I think when the instructions were written, they were written with. Let's see here. Yeah, let's do 2 inches by 3/4 of an inch. I'm sorry, my friends, 2 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and then we're going to take our Lean On Me sentiment. How to clean the brush. You can clean it however you would like. I would just say definitely don't use anything that's alcohol based. Because if you do, you can very quickly run into the issue of of the bristles either breaking or getting very dry and crisp, or the glue can come out. You don't want that. All right, so let's just make sure that this transferred correctly. Oh, like butter. All right, so we have our lean on me, and then we're going to take a piece of black, and we're going to cut that to, instead of our original dimension, so we changed this to 2 inches by, what was that? 2 inches by 3/4 of an inch, so we're going to do 2.25 by 1 inch. It's going to be just a little bit larger. We were off by 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and then again, we're going to take our glue. How are we doing on time? All right, we're okay. We're all right. The blending brushes are the signature blending brushes. They are in the pinned link up above. You can buy a single or a 6-pack. And we have stickers coming that go right here that coordinate with all of Simon Hurley's inks, because they're my favorites currently. I mean, they've been my favorites for a while. But the first ones that are launching are the ones that coordinate with the colors in our in these pads. Because we also have a blue pad like this as well. All right, and then we're just going to adhere this right on top. Yes, acetate is one of my favorite things to use them on, because ours, and I don't know what the best way, how would I explain this, Jennifer? Maybe you would have a better way to explain it than I will. It's the way, it's how tight the glue is, or the transfer glue is on our transfers. So you're just going to pop that right on like so, and there you go. So I don't know how I can show you this. It's a rub-on, yes, it's a rub-on, not the stamping. How do I show you this the best way? So maybe on a piece of black cardstock. The reason they work so well on acetate, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but the way we have them manufactured, see how close that glue is to those words? It's not like one giant piece of adhesive. It's just this tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of glue. That's why it works so well on acetate, because it has that, those glue lines are so minute. Do it on acetate. Oh, she thinks I have a piece of acetate. Hold on. I bet I have a piece of acetate here somewhere. Maybe I don't. Do I have a handy dandy piece of acetate? I do. Hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you a little scrap piece. So here's a piece of acetate. And I'll just take a little bit of this bottom portion here, because we are going to use these rub-ons. This is the Brutus Monroe heat resistant acetate. And here we go. See how close that glue is? So there's just very, oh, thank you, Heather Collins. Everybody, if you wouldn't mind, say hello to Heather Collins. She's our creative director here at Brutus Monroe, and literally my entire brain when it comes to these events and classes. And she said, third bin right on the table next to you. Thank you, I found it. Okay, happy birthday, Claire. So look at that. It's just, I mean, it's really, really cool. We have several new rub-ons coming out because of how excited all of you were to with these ones. So we said, let's do it again. All right. So there we go. So that's our first card done. Everybody give yourselves a round of applause. You did it. You did it, you did it, you did it. How do you feel about it? Do you love it? Do you love it? Am I doing okay on time? Miss Catherine, am I doing okay? Wait, let me look at the schedule. What time did they go? What What time? Hold on. Oh my goodness. What time are they doing a wrap up? Nine o'clock. Oh my goodness, we have plenty of time. Oh my goodness, we got plenty of time. All right. So let's move these to the side. I hope you had a lot of fun. Hope you had a lot of fun doing that card. We're going to move on to our next one. And I have to hand it to Walter, who was on our design team, our inspiration team. Thank you so much for helping me out with that card design, my friend. You are magnificent. He's actually here taking the class with us today and creating a card that he created. Yes, we work with our design team and our inspiration team to put together these classes, and that was his submission. So good job, Walter. Thank you so much for your help. Getting everyone warmed up for Meg's class tonight. I sure am. I'm the warm up. I am Benson Boone and she is Taylor Swift. I'm just the warm up. Wait, what time is that at? Mini class 9 o'clock. Got it. Whew. I just had to double check in my book. Okay. Question for card number 2. Does anyone know if Brutus... The finishing glaze is not the same as the embossing glaze? No. The embossing glaze is this right here. It was an add-on that you could have purchased. And I will show you how to use it. It's one of my favorite new things that we brought in. My class ends at 8:30. Okay. We'll be okay. We're going to be all right. Okay, so the white, thank you for asking that question. We just had to update some sizing. So the white piece is 3/4 of an inch by 2. And then the black piece is 1 inch by 2 1/4. Okay? Betsy, I want to meet you someday too. What is the brand of the foaming cleanser? It is Brutus Monroe Incredible Foaming Brush Cleaner. It's available at the link right up there. Oh, it sure will. It sure will, Jennifer. Absolutely. I just did the penny just because of the colors in the card. That's all. That's the only reason. Okay? All right. So for this card, we are going to start with a side folding card base as well. All right. But first we are going to, once we have our card base, side folding card base, we are going to grab a piece of, so this is our side folding card base, like so. I'll give you all a minute to do that there. So it'll be like this. Okay. But we are going to need to grab our white A2 size panel, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And in order to do my blending, I am going to grab my stick and stamp mat with my blending buddy attached to it. Will BM embossing or inker? Sure, Angie. You're just going to want to be very, very careful. You just want to be very, very, very careful as to not get it everywhere. All right, so we are going to take our panel. I'm putting it on my stick and stamp mat so I can blend really, really well. Substitute for glaze, an ink pad, an embossing ink pad. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in again with our ink. You can use your ink, you can use your little ink or your little blending brush like this. You would just go in and you would start in kind of circular motions going outward. I'm going to use a bigger blending brush for this one because we are blending out on our card. So I'm just going to go in and tap my blending brush, tap it on the outside here, and I'm just going to go in and start blending my color. It does not need to be perfect because we are going to be putting some leaves on top of here. So you're just going to go in and blend, blend, blend. You can use your smaller brush. I'm using a larger brush just because we're not doing really detail work. We're doing outside blending here, and you want to leave a little bit of space on the outside of your panel. So that was our first color. Luckily, we made these ink pads so that they were large enough, the pad area is large enough for you to be able to dip a brush like this in. That was intentional. And then we're gonna add a little bit of orange. And these inks blend just beautifully. I like to add in and blend in a little bit of another color. So you can see here, like I can grab a little bit of the red on the corner here, and then I can blend the red and the orange together. See how cool that is? I love that. And you will have some white areas on the outside, some areas that are not white. It's okay. It's okay. Do you? Are the three sections of the ink pad one color each? Or they are one color each, but they do blend in the center. So they blend in the center here, in the center of their colors. I know it's a really weird concept for an ink pad, but I wanted to create an ink pad that gave you three colors in one, because every time I would blend something, someone would say, Christopher, what color am I supposed to use? What yellow? What red? What orange? How do they blend together? What do I do? So I put them into one ink pad. So that is what this pad is. Do we need separate brushes for that? You don't. It is dye ink, yes. They are dye. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to give everybody a chance for their ink to dry and to blend. Give me a thumbs up. Maybe we'll do probably about I'd say probably 5 minutes to make sure that this is all dry. Okay. I don't know that I would say they have a smoothing agent. I think that all dye ink generally will kind of smooth back as it dries. I would say that it doesn't have a smoothing agent like Gina's does. Gina, I know, has a very intentional smoothing agent in hers. Ours is a dye ink that was really just manufactured so that it would blend very, very well. So I wouldn't say that it has a smoothing agent, but I will say that as it dries back, you will see that it starts to kind of smooth back into the paper. Yes, they do remind me of the Kaleidocolor ink pads, though the only difference was that they didn't really have them in sequential order. So see, like this one you can order as well. This one does the green, the blue, and the purple. So together, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. It's your whole rainbow. But yeah, I just really wanted something that was simple. Something that was simple. All right, so we're just gonna wait a moment for everyone to finish blending, and while we do that, I'm gonna grab and refill my water, if that's okay, if y'all don't mind. I don't want to get dehydrated. I'm gonna use my liquid IV. I don't know if anybody has ever used this before, but it's my absolute favorite, the firecracker kind, and I'm so sad that it's almost gone. I mean, well, they don't sell it anymore. Sorry, I muted myself while I was refilling my water, so it wasn't loud on the mic. All right. Yes, refill your fruit salad, please. Yes, everyone. Refill, refill. I'm not sure what the distress microglaze is made of. It would need to be something that's kind of sticky. I'm not able to look after long. That is a Stampin' die set that's out of stock right now, but it's coming. It is coming. Oh, please, Dawn, I would love that. A BRB sign, I know. Well, I think it was only a couple of seconds. It was really just, I just muted. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go anywhere. I muted because I was pouring my water, and it would have sounded like a waterfall. I didn't want anyone to have to run to the restroom because it sounded like a waterfall. Okay, so this should be about dry by now. Oh, something that I did learn from Jennifer McGuire, this is a perfect segue, is if you want to tell if your ink is dry yet, when you're doing this, you're going to take yourself some embossing powder. See this, Miss Jennifer McGuire? You're going to take your embossing powder. Let me grab one of the Brutus Monroe little swatch thingies here. Oh, sure can. I don't know that I have the kit here. So there's not much powder at all on there, so we should be good to go. Oh, hello, Jessica. I'm so glad you're here as well. Miss Jessica is who submitted this card for us. I'm making her card today. She said, "Don't listen to me. I'm a mess." Well, listen. I'm listening to you. So what am I? Am I sailing without a paddle? Am I sailing without a paddle? Oh my goodness. So see, it will be dry enough for us now. Just have to get all the residual powder off of there. Okay, so next, my ink pad looks like the colors were filled from the top right corner instead of the top left in the pad, almost half red and half orange, with just a tiny bit of yellow. Is that normal? Sherry, you'll have to probably send us a picture. You may just need to take the top layer of the ink off, like with a paper towel, but you should be good. It's not filled from one side. Each panel is filled individually and then placed in the pad. That's how it works. Okay. The chaos. There's a lot of chaos here too. A ton of chaos here. All right, for our next step, we are going to, it's of course, once our ink is dry, we're going to use our rub-on leaves to cover the background, making sure to have some extend over the edge of the card. We're going to use our extra pieces from what went over the edge to fill in the small spaces, okay? So we're going to start with my suggestion, and you can cut these apart if it makes it easier, which is what I'm going to do, just to make sure that you don't accidentally, you just want to make sure you don't accidentally get rub-on where you don't want rub-on. So we're going to cut out our largest leaf first. Okay. Question, is there any way to tape down the rub-ons without damaging them? Oh yeah, just tape them down. You can absolutely just tape them right down. Okay, so we're going to start with this one, kind of a little bit off here. Doesn't have to be perfect, remember. So we're going to just kind of use this as our guide. And well, there you go, Mary. Listen, Mary. Listen. If after your first glass of wine, I'll make you giggle. After your second glass, I'm the funniest person you ever met. So keep drinking. Keep drinking, my friend. Mine are muddled together, red and orange, even at the edge. Okay, send a. You should still be just fine. You should be able to. You should still be able to use it. You might just want to take off the top portion from your ink. They need to be stored. They can't be stored on their side. So if they were stored on their side, that would be the issue. Because obviously the ink is going to move. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and lift. Oh, and if you don't get a good adhesion, you're just going to go ahead and if there's some blending on the ink pad, that's okay. It will definitely still work. All right, so you're just going to keep on going in. If you see some areas that are not going down completely, just re-rub onto that. It's going to take a little bit more rubbing on this because we did use ink. But if it's not perfect, it's okay because the leaves are not going to be perfect. They're just not. Because remember, these leaves are skeleton leaves. So what happens with the skeleton leaves is they are going to break very easily. So I'm going to take my portion of this rub on and place it down here on the side. Okay, and look at how beautiful they transfer over top. Oh, well, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, so next, let's go ahead and cut out another leaf here. We're going to use the small one for the top here. And I can tell you my producer, my wonderful producer, just messaged me and said that the rub-ons are at SOS status. SOS status. So stop listening to me. And if you want to grab those rub-ons, I would suggest going and grabbing them. They are at SOS status. Aren't they wonderful? All right, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to place this one right up here and see how they just perfectly fit together. I love that. Make sure you put down your release paper. And remember, the limit of the rub-ons is 5, so we can make sure we have enough for everyone. You can order at most 5 packs of them. Although most of you are, and we appreciate it, 5 is the limit right now. We want everybody to get a chance to get their skeleton leaves. Oh, and then you can really, what's also great is I could place this right back on top of here because I missed that spot. And look, perfect. Perfect. No SOS, I've not been able to order them yet. It's okay. I mean, SOS when it comes to this is like we have 200 left. That's it. We have 200 left. So make sure you grab yours. We'll put a last call in the group if it gets to like last call. If we're at like 10, then we'll definitely post that in the group. Look at that. Can you even stand it? Look at how good that fits there. Can we have a moment of silence for the fit? That is insane. You would have thought it was designed that way. It wasn't. It wasn't. But you would think it was, wouldn't you? Yes. I like the rub-ons to be very, very delicate, because if we're going to be making a rub-on, it should be, it should be super delicate, because that is where the rub-ons shine. Okay. And we're just going to go ahead and... You know who has some real good rub-ons? Scrapbook.com. If I remember, you guys have some really good rub-ons, right? I feel like I've seen them. I'm gonna need to order some. I feel like there are some Halloween ones. Is there like an animal that's Pennywise? Am I making that up? I think I might be, is that? I don't know. Oh, yes, Hero Arts. Yes, we have some from here. We actually carry them from Hero Arts. Ralph, we carry Ralph's. That, you are exactly right. You are exactly right. I actually just used some of Ralph's the other day. Are we going to use all of these leaves? The answer is yes. Yes. You don't have to use all of them if you don't. Can we do the rub on first and then blend? You sure can. You sure can. You sure can. But yes, we're going to use all of them. So if you want more leaves, head up to that link right there. And that is how you can get more. But it's only for you guys. We're not releasing this pattern to anybody else. Just you. You're it. Oh my word. Oh, it leaves a... Okay, wait a second. Nancy, just email orders@brutusmonroe.com. And our incredible team, look at that also, like it was designed that way. Our incredible team will give you a store credit. It's something new we can do on our website where it credits you instead of gives you a gift card so that you can use it without remembering your gift card. It'll ask you if you want to use it as payment. I'm going to have to try that ink resist thing. Any tips on how to get rub off? Jennifer, that's paging Jennifer McGuire. That is... Jennifer, have you ever gotten a rub-on a glass mat? I have not, because I don't work on a glass mat. I work on a self-healing mat. Sterling is going to love these. He loves Hero Arts rub-ons in nature. So these are perfect for him. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. Do it at the end of class. I don't have a glass mat. I mean, I can do it at the end of class, yeah. I mean, I have Tim's glass mat over there. All right, so this is what your background should look like. Is this what yours looks like? Rubbing alcohol, okay. Yeah, you just want to wait for it to dry. If it's not sticking all the way, that's just because you didn't wait long enough, which is okay. All right, and then I'm going to use this little piece from this one for down here. You can use whatever leftover pieces you have. That just looks like to me that fits right there, so that's what I'm going to do. But it's up to you. Just to fill in all the little areas. There we go. Just so we have like filled in. And then I guess we could do just a little bit over here. I don't want to, well, I guess we'll just do up to like here. That's what's great. You can just use like, see like a little piece there? You can kind of create a leaf. See that? We kind of created like the edge of a leaf there. You don't have to, you do you. You know what I mean? What do you have between your panel and your craft mat? Oh, this is the release paper. So you get release paper with your rub-ons. Oh, you sure can. That is a great suggestion. So if you don't get more of the rub-ons, you can use your stamp set to fill in as well. You just won't have this large one. I reserved the large one for the rub-ons. Here's my set of rub-ons that I squirreled away. But I use this large one for here. And I did the large one on here because, as you can see, if I did the large one here, it would take up our whole stamp set. So that is why we did it like that. But so this is where we should be at. Are we good? Let's see here. I just cleaned up my glass vat with the glass razor. Yep, got it. Price of Scotch tape. Yep. Can we use the stamp set? Yep. Does discount? It sure does, Carrie. The discount code will work on everything. The only thing it doesn't work on is events. Okay. So we are now going to cut ourselves a piece of black cardstock. Oh, wait, I lied. First, we are going to grab ourselves a piece of white cardstock that we are going to cut down to 1/2 of an inch by 4. 1/2 of an inch by 4 1/4 of an inch. Okay? And we're going to use the ink pad again. Let me actually grab, I'm going to grab a grid mat real quick to do this part. Oh, whoops! Am I supposed to say the question first? Is that how it works? Am I supposed to recite the question back to the person? I'm sorry, I don't know the etiquette. Does the discount code work on the rub-ons? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. If there are any, I will do that from now on. I apologize. I would assume that the person that's asking the question would know that they asked it, but if you're telling me to do that for folks that don't know the question, I will certainly do that. All right, so we're going to take our yellow and like a mix of the orange, and we're just going to blend that onto that piece of cardstock. So we're kind of creating our own color mashup here. We want to add in a little bit of that orange, which is why it's great that we have the multiple colors. Oh, think it's cute. Well, thank you, Pam. I appreciate that. I'm just trying because everything's going by so fast. What if we didn't enter it? Didn't enter what? Ranger Danger? Ranger Danger, that is a good name. Ranger Danger. I like that. Your cans have changed a ridiculous number of colors. Well, that's good. That means you're doing things. I always say never trust a cleanly crafter. If their area is not a hot mess and there's not stuff everywhere, they're up to something. They are up to something. Okay. So we've got that dried all the way. Thank you, Catherine. All right. And we are going to stamp our look for them in the leaves. We're going to use our Stick It Stamp mat again. I apologize, everyone, that I'm answering those questions, but I just feel rude if I'm not. All right. So we're going to grab our stamp set and grab our look for them in the leaves. Never trust a cleanly crafter. It does, doesn't it? That would be a great shirt. Done. Sold. You're getting the first one. You're getting the first one. Okay. We're going to grab our Raven Detail ink. And we're going to stamp it, and we're going to pray together that it stamps good. It did it. It did it. Question: what does that mean? Look for them in the leaves. That is an excellent question. So when looking at leaves, particularly skeleton leaves for me, it's kind of like looking at clouds. So when you look at your skeleton leaves, you can kind of see different shapes, different objects, different things like that. And my late husband, Dr. Michael, we both absolutely loved fall and winter and Christmas, but fall most of all. And so I said, when I was starting to create this class, that I was going to look for him in the leaves. And that meant looking for, him in the actual vision of the leaf, looking for him as the leaves blow, looking for him as the leaves crackle under my feet. All of those things were going to remind me of him. So that's why I said, look for them in the leaves. So if you have someone that you've lost or someone that, you're sympathizing, I say to look for them in the leaves whenever the fall is here, because that's where I'm looking for him at. So I would say, and again, this class is all about creating sympathy cards that aren't so sympathetic, because I received so many cards when he passed earlier this year that just weren't very, the sentiments weren't awesome. They were just, they didn't make me feel any better. Although the cards were beautiful, I have to be honest, when you lose someone, you need a sentiment that's not, that's not that, that's not like love and prayers or your thoughts and prayers and things like that. That's not, I got a million cards like that. I wanted something that I could look forward to, and looking for him in the leaves was definitely something that that reminded me of him. So that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for him in the leaves. Okay, so now we're going to cut ourselves a piece of the black cardstock, and we're going to go ahead and we're just going to adhere these two together. That is 5/8 by 4 1/4. And do y'all want to know how I figure out my eighths? Do you want to? So this is That's okay, Rebecca. Don't be sorry. This is how I figure out my eighths. I shared this with Catherine at a picture earlier. That's how I figure out my eighths. I'll never be able to measure right. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Yes, this season has been a little bit tricky, but I'm navigating it because I'm surrounded by so many people that love me and so many people that are so kind, and I could not be surrounded by better people. I really couldn't. So we're going to place this right on our little backer black piece here. Okay, and it's just going to give us a little black trim on the top and the bottom. See that there? See how perfect that is? And then this will go, of course, right across here. And the reason we left space here is because we have a leaf to put there, all right? We got a leaf. I know. I could not. I'm so fortunate. It's the best thing ever. Are the cards supposed to be getting blurry? Oh, wait, he made me weepy. Oh, Lisa, you're too kind. You are too kind. Okay, so we are going to ink blend again on, this can be on a piece of scrap paper. This can be on a piece of your simple blend paper that I gave you, whatever you would like. I'm just going to go in and we're just going to ink blend from lightest to darkest, and that's going to be just enough for our leaf here. So I'm getting all of the colors here as I'm blending. It does not need to be perfect. You are going to be stamping your leaf onto this, and that is how we're going to do our ink blending. That's how we're going to make our leaf have color, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The quick way to color the leaf. Does that make sense? Okay. So we'll pop this to the side now. We are going, and I may be going out of order of the instructions in the book, but that's good. That's okay because I'm teaching. I don't want you to look at your textbook right now. You can look at your textbook later if you miss something. We're going to take this stamp from the stamp set right here, And we're going to pop this leaf right in the center. We're going to grab ourselves some detail ink. Oh, thank you, Cindy. And we're going to add some ink to that. Woo! I'd say that's pretty darn good. For the second, we're going to do 3 times because why not? I mean, it's already there and it's in place. So let's go ahead and just do. We'll do 3. Why not? Okay. That's pretty. My goodness, that stamp. Wait a second. Look at these. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't tell everybody that I was going to make them dizzy. Look at that stamping in the center there. Look at that compared to my finger. Holy cow. That's really good. That's really, really good. Thank you, Melissa. That's good. Thank goodness we went with this new stamp manufacturer, I'll tell you what. Okay, so let me grab my cleaning and microfiber cloth that is disgusting, so do not judge me. They're always disgusting. I mean, we're working here. Never trust a cleanly crafter. We already talked about that. These stamps, I have a feeling we're going to be using these stamps a lot. What do you think? I mean, I'm going to be using them a lot. Peel that off of there. Whoopsies. I almost flew clear across the darn room. Okay. And now we're going to take our die that coordinates with this, which is this puppy right here. See that? We're going to take a little bit of tape here. Oh, Helen, I'm glad that not glad that it resonates with you because it's awful to lose somebody, but I'm glad that we can share that sentiment together because it really does mean a lot. Just sitting, on a park bench and looking at the leaves and seeing them. Okay. I know, they're crisp. They are. Blue ink pads should not be sold out. Bear with me one moment. I'm glad you just mentioned that because it has been selling out. It's sold out a couple of times. And it did not. We're going to send this through the lawnmower real quick. Send yours through the lawnmower as well, please. Or not your lawnmower, your die cutting machine. We call it the lawnmower, so. Okay, it's been updated. I spoke to the producer. You're good to go. And the yes, the rub-ons are really at SOS status now. We have less than 100. We have less than 100, everyone. I think we could do that, Diane. Maybe next fall. We already have this fall done. Oh my goodness, look at how perfect that is. I mean, I know we're all in the right place because we all get as excited as we get about this, but look at that. That looks good. That looks really, really good. I love it. Forever Autumn is a wonderful song. I'll have to look that up. That's okay. We will be just fine. We will be just fine. I just wanted to make sure that got updated because it's going to be much harder to do it later. So now what we're going to do is we are going to use the embossing glaze. I know a lot of you purchased the embossing glaze. If you didn't, you can do what I'm doing now, but just dip it into You can go ahead and you can dip it into your embossing ink. By a show of hands, who got the embossing ink? I mean the embossing glaze. Okay. If you didn't, that's okay. It is available. It's available for you to grab later if you would want. It's not a big deal. But I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you how to use it. The bundle is still available. The bundle is still available on the site, so you can grab it if you want. All right. So what you're gonna do is this is just like a paint brush, like a nail polish brush / container. So you're going to take it, and the reason I did it this way is because there's a lot of folks that will try to do this with like a re-inker, which you can do that, but it puts way too much glaze on there, okay? So what you're going to do is you're just going to paint the edge of your leaf, okay? See that? Just the edge. And if it gets a little bit on the inside, that's okay. It's not a big deal. Make sure that when you're painting, you didn't know you were going to get a full manicure lesson today too, did you? Paint, paint, paint. Okay. Paint, paint, paint. Then we're going to go in here. Close this up. Make sure you close it up well. And we're going to dip. At the end of class, we'll talk about how to grab all of these things. So then we're going to take this, dip it into, you're going to dip it in your embossing ink, okay? I'm using the penny because that's the one that we, said. And it's not going to look like much now, okay? Just make sure you dip it in there well. And of course, wherever you have painted on the embossing glaze is where it's going to set. So let's go ahead and pop this away. Well, thank you, Nan. I'm going to go ahead and heat it up. Question, can I just order the glaze? Yes, Shelly, you can. I do not believe just the glaze is... Wait, hold on. I'm going to burn my finger right off. I don't believe just the glaze is available on the event side, but I know you can order it by itself on the Brutus Monroe side. Just BrutusMonroe.com. Okay, and then when you heat this up, you're just going to want to give it a second. Just give it a second. And there we go. I love using this. You know who I learned this trick from? Miss Kathy Zilski. CZ Designs. I don't know if she's still here, but that's who I learned that from. So see how that works there? Yes, you can use a Versa marker as well. The only problem with the Versa marker is that, again, you're going to have to do it in multiple layers because it's not going to be super thick. That's the only thing. That's it. All right. So now we're just going to assemble. And we're going to pop up our leaves. So give me one moment here. I'm going to grab, again, my favorite roll adhesive. Right, Vicky? That's why I called it Penny. When I first, fun fact, Penny was the very, very first embossing powder that we came out with at Brutus Monroe. And we tried so many different coppers. And I said, send me another one from our manufacturer, send me another one. And I said, that's it. It has to be the color of a penny. It has to be. So I'm going to grab one of the Brutus Monroe little pop-up easy tear foams. Pop that right on there like so, like that. And there we go. She said, oh, I'm here. She just finished up her 3-piece and a biscuit, and now she's sitting very comfortably at her desk watching my buffoonery. So there we go. That is card number 2. Question: if you use embossing ink to stamp the leaf and then emboss it, will it keep all of the detail? I guess it depends. I mean, it depends on the embossing powder. It depends on the embossing ink. I would certainly just give that a try. I can't guarantee yes or no. But I would say definitely give it a try. 100%. It's worth it. It's worth giving it a try. Okay, it's our final card. And I think we're going to be right on time. Can you believe it? The first time ever. All right, and this is the easiest card, I think. So this is the You Are In My Thoughts, which was definitely the best thing that anybody could have said to me when I lost Dr. Robert, is You Are In My Thoughts. That meant the world to me. So this, I think, would be a card that would work so incredibly well for anybody out there that is that you are giving a sympathy card to. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the black cardstock to 2 1/4. Oh, is this wrong in the book? I have a write-in. Is this wrong in the book? Yes. So this measurement is incorrect. I am sorry, my friends. This measurement is supposed to be 2 inches, or 2 2/4 by 5.5. Let me just double check that. I have an update on my cheat sheet here. Yeah, 2 2/4 by 5.5. Yes. So ignore this measurement in the book. If anybody worked ahead, you are going to need a piece of black cardstock that is 2. Again, let me grab my 2 5.5 by 2 2.25. Okay. Let's see if I have any questions. No problem, Laura. Yeah, I wouldn't have known until I experienced it. Question: should you use an anti-static tool before the glaze? You do not have to, Carla. You can if you want, but you don't have to. You do not have to. All right, so again, the size has been changed to, what did I say? 2 2/4 is a half. Oh my goodness. 2 1/4, I'm sorry. 2 1/4 by 5.5. 2 2/4 by 5.5. I will answer all shopping questions at the end. We're almost there, my friends. We're almost there. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to ink blend on a piece of, you're going to grab a sheet of, this really would probably be best on your simple blend sheet here. Okay. And we're going to grab our stencil and we are going to ink blend 3 of the leaves. Okay. So I'd say we'll probably just do these. We'll do these ones right here because that's probably going to be easiest, right? So if you're looking at your stencil, we just got to make sure that they're lined up correctly, that our dies will cut them out, and they will. See that there? And this one here. I know, I meant everybody. We've got the measuring police here tonight. I've been arrested at least 4 times. It is just 2 1/4. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say 2 2/4. But the sirens are coming. The sirens, I can hear them. Okay. My glaze and powder bubbles is a lot. Did I do something wrong? No, Christy, that will happen, and that is just fine. That does not hurt a thing. It's gonna seem a little bit scary, but it will dry completely. You just gotta let it dry. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to ink blend again with our fun new ink pad. I would start lightest to darkest. You can use your smaller ink blender for this if you want. I'm not going to, because see how if you rub, so see if you do two colors at the same time, how it automatically blends it kind of for you. Isn't that cool? So try that. Go in and grab two colors. See that there? Grab two colors and blend like that. And that's already going to give you some of that color, some of those two colors. So go in and see that there? Isn't that cool? It's already blending it for us because we're just going in with two different colors. Okay, so now we're going to go in and we'll do the orange. We'll do the orange and the red. So I'm just going to go in, go back and forth between the two, okay? And I'm just going to add that over here. So again, it's just going to give us kind of like a really cool blotchy kind of a blend. And you can experiment with this, of course. It's gonna, it's gonna take some trial and error. Yes, I believe you guys have this, don't you, scrapbook.com? In case we run out, which is it's probably gonna happen very soon. I'm pretty sure. Scrapbook.com. I don't think it's available yet. I think it was set to go. It might have been set to go available today because it's now been debuted, but I think you guys do have it. Okay. Oh, hello, my wonderful Gina K. Oh, I was hoping that I'd see you today, my love. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to peel this off of here. Okay, and now we have our leaves all ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and heat this up to make sure that I love you too, Gina. I'm so glad to see you. Oh, when I see my friends, it gives me such a sense of relief. Does that do that for you guys too? I wore my limited edition red dot. Oh my goodness, I got a lot of compliments. Thank you, Debbie, for wearing that. Thank you for purchasing that. I do whistle sometimes. All right, so what we're gonna do is we just heat set that real quick just to make sure that it's really set in place. And again, the Simple Blend pad really did all the work for us, because this is the first pad, that I've had. It may exist out there somewhere else in the world, but where you can take and you can grab and do two colors at one time. So that's really what makes these leaves really happen and really look beautiful. So now we're going to go ahead and we are going to put our rub-ons on top of this. It says to leave the stencil in place when you do this. I'm not going to, because I think we'll be fine not doing it that way. So you're just going to take this and you just want to make sure that you get it all over your leaves. Now, again, you can do it this way, you can do it that way. It does not matter. We're going to do it this way because I think that's going to be the best way to really get it into where we want to on our leaves. So you're going to take this. Right, that's what I said. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our little bone folder here and add in, and you just want to be careful to just keep it within the leaf. See that there? That's within the leaf. We're just going to go ahead and you just want it to stay inside of your leaf there. And if it's not perfect, it's okay. It's okay. Look at that. That's all we need. We just want some things on there. I know, I love. Oh, it's Libby here too. Hello, Libby. Hello, my friend. All my friends are here. I love it. All right, so we're just gonna go in, and again, if you don't have a full portion of this, that's okay. Go in and mix and match. Remember, this is just a hodgepodge of words. So just go in and add in some different words in different places. See that? It works perfectly. No biggie. No biggie. And then take again, and we're going to do this one sideways because we can, and just put in your sentiment. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And see that? All done. And we've just added, we didn't have to bring out a stamp, didn't have to do any of that. It's all, I love, love, love using these, what's the word I'm looking for? Using the rub-ons. They are my new favorite thing. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut these out. And since my Gina is here, I'm going to use my fancy schmancy intricate. But first I got to take out my handle because this is the best part of the machine. It's probably not in stock right now and I'm going to get in trouble, but I'm using it because I love it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and place a piece of tape on here. Wait, where did I just put my tape? There we go. All right. Okay. I love my intricate. Okay. So we're going to put our plate down. We got to make sure that this is on die cut. We're going to rev our engines. And place this down. I've used both sides of this, which is fine. Run this through. We're too close. Hold on. Let me zoom out a little bit. We got real close. Oh, the Rubik's Cube t-shirt. I love that t-shirt. All right. So we got our first leaf cut out here. There we go. And we want that border. That is what we're looking for. We want our border on there. All right, we're going to send our second one through. How many of you have the intricate? I cannot seem to get my rub-on to actually transfer down to the paper. What am I doing wrong? It's probably because your ink is not dry yet. That would be the reason. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, it's most likely that. Most likely that. Okay, so we're going to pop our second one out. Now we need our other dies. Oh, I might finish on time. It's like a race to the finish. We're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. We just might do it. All right. It's such a smooth machine. There's no like cracking and uh-oh. Patty Pie. I'm not sure. That might be a Gina question. You can contact us at orders@brutusmonroe.com and we'll chat with Gina. I'm sure it's something we can fix together. Betsy said I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you, Betsy. I'm trying to stay on time. Don't get too excited because you lose all sense of time. Ask me how I know. It's right. It really does happen. It really does happen. Before you know it, right? Before you know it. Yeah, just reach out to us. We'll take care of it for you. Take it out of the box, Terry. It's wonderful. It's so smooth. And the best part, my favorite part, is that, number one, you have these little dials that makes it so simple. And then my favorite part is this handle pops off, goes in here, so you can close everything up, and then it fits inside of my, so I have like a little cabinet over here, and it's my cabinet that I put all of my like die cutting accessories and stuff like that in, and if it had the handle on it, it would not fit. So being able to take the handle of it has been incredible. Incredible. All right. Oh no, I'm not a lefty. It's just the way that I put it up there. I'm not a lefty in real life. How is everyone doing? Is everyone doing good? I'm gonna wait a moment for everybody to cut those out. And then once everybody cuts them out, all we have to do is assemble. We are in the home stretch. Thinking everybody's probably pretty close. Sorry, I'm just putting my things in the sink here. And it really creates, it's just a really cool technique, I think. A really cool technique to be able to make this white edge on your leaves. Isn't that cool? Hello, am I hiding? Nope, I'm not hiding. I was just waiting for everybody to get their leaves cut out. I am here, I am here. Oh, good. I'm glad you got them all finished. All right, so what we're going to do now is we are going to adhere the leaves to our black panel, and we're going to cut off the overhang in order to fill in the rest, okay? So I'm gonna take some glue here. It really, you know what I love? The way that I love designs that make you think, how the heck did they do that? So like this looks like it's like 3D, but it's not 3D, if that makes sense. So it looks like it's 3D, but it's obviously not 3D because of the way that we did it, but the way that it's put together, it really makes it look 3D, which I love. It's that aha moment. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stick that one on, and then we're gonna stick this one right down the center. Move this one over just a little, so we can pop that right down the center. Okay. Pop that right there. Move it over just a hair. It's completely up to you. This is your card. It's your sympathy, and I think it will work perfectly. All right. So now we're going to take our scissors. And trim off along the edge just like so. Okay. Probably be easier if I flipped it over. Okay, see that there? And then you're going to use your edges, your pieces that you cut off, to fill in. Okay. So for instance, we're going to use this piece right here. There we go. We'll pop that piece on right there. We're going to have a little bit of overhang, but that's okay. Because again, you can just trim it off. And then we have an extra one here that we could use for the inside of the card, which I think would be great. Okay. And now we're going to take our card base. Okay. Take your card base. Oh, wait. Before we take our card base, halt. We need to grab our Shimmer Splash in Penny. This product, I don't know if CZ Designs, Miss Kathy Zilski is still here. This product was created because of her. Because she was using our gilded ink so much to flick on color. So we created the Shimmer Splash, which you just take it, it's just a tiny little nail polish thing, and you just flick your color on, okay? You're going to get it all over your other card because you weren't careful, but that's all right. That's okay. And then when we lift it off of here, you'll see how it just perfectly adds that shimmer onto there. So you don't have to have like any type of, see that? How easy that was? Now I'm going to hit this with a little bit of heat. All the shiny things. Okay, so that's about as dry as it's going to get. And then look. It's so easy to do this. I mean, so easy. Yeah, the brush is already in there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, so we are going to use a mix. Well, we're going to use a mix of dry and wet adhesive because this is a very heavy panel. So let's flip this over, and we're going to first use my favorite. We've already talked about this a couple of times tonight, but my favorite dry adhesive of all time, which is the Gina K. And look, that wasn't dry yet. Oh my goodness, I got some copper on my thing, but that's okay. It wasn't dry yet. Of course it wasn't dry yet. I mean, we literally left it for 2 seconds. Which is again the Gina K adhesive. I use it, and I think pretty much I use it every day. I mean, literally every day. It's the best. The best. All right, so then we're going to pop this right onto our card panel. I mean, our what's the word I'm looking for? I'm going to pop it right onto our card base. And then we're going to grab our rub-ons again. And the You Are In My Thoughts is what we're going to use. It's the best tape runner you ever use. I'm not lying. It's the best of the best. And we're just going to place that right like so. Make sure that's straight. Nope, not as straight as it's going to get. Coming from me. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Look. One of the best parts besides this. Right? It is right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and, whoopsies, don't move it too much, Christopher Allen. Got too excited. And I moved it. Okay, it's just going to be a little wonkalina because I shifted it too much. But that's okay. We have a swap out. That's live television, folks. So you can see you don't want to rub it too hard or it gets a little wonky. If you do it perfectly, it will look like this. And that's that. That is that. I love that, Donna. All right, so let's look at our cards that we made today, shall we? So here they are. Do you think you guys could reproduce these on your own and make more of them and create wonderful, wonderful things? Do you think that you'd be able to remake these without me? What do you think? And for our Here Are My Thoughts, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my No Day But Today stamp. It's one of my most cherished rubber stamps. That is a dedication to my late, great Dr. Robert. And we did it. We made it through. And he was here with me the whole time. I know he was. So there are our 3 cards, all done, all finished. We're going to go to the front view real quick. Only 2 minutes over. All right. Whoops. No signal. It's because I know it's because the camera overheated. Because it's been sitting forever. We'll turn her back on. There we go. All right. So that is that. What questions does everybody have for me? We'll take maybe like 5 minutes. 5 minutes of questions. Because I don't want to get the hook. Because that's what will happen. She'll be like, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Okay, so I'll go over kind of some of the questions that you all had before we got started. And number one, up at the very, very top, show resist, yes. Up at the very, very top, I'll show the resist on this leaf here. Is the link to get more of the rub-ons. The rub-ons are at an extreme SOS status. They are in an SSSOS status. So if you want to get any of those rub-ons, they are only for you. I can't say that enough. They are only for our friends for SCT. We are not selling those particular rub-ons separately. I can tell you that we are definitely going to be selling rub-ons in the future because of how much you all seem to love rub-ons. So I have to get designing this week. With that being said, again, if you want the rub-ons or you want anything else that was a part of this class, head up to the link that is it over here maybe? That our dear friends here at SCT have posted for us so you can go and grab those rub-ons or anything else. The other question was, can you combine the 2 websites' orders? Currently, you cannot. They are 2 separate sites as it stands. And the reason for that is we have a team that comes in on Saturdays now and just fulfills the event side. They don't touch the Brutus Monroe side. And the reason for that is we want to make sure that we get all of your orders out as quickly as possible. Obviously, we want our regular orders to go out quick too, but we want to get yours as quick as we possibly can because there are a lot coming in from all of you. Question, will you come out with a stamp set in the same font and sentiments as you have on the rub-ons? Sure. I sure can. I love that too. You can use your discount code on both sites. Yes, on both sites. All right, so let's go ahead and flip down real quick to show the resist. So this is one that we already, we just did earlier. This is actually from the very first card. And I'm going to use a little bit of, let's see, what colors? Because we could use this on a card. We'll use, let's use tangerine orange. We're going to use Chroma Mist. Tangerine orange, candy apple red, and bumblebee yellow. That's what we'll use. Okay. Oh, thank you, Gina. Y'all are so good to me. Okay, and then we'll use the tangerine because we really want to get a lot of ink on here. And then last but not least, we'll use the candy apple red. Oh, that might be too much. And then you'll be able to see, just as Jennifer said, see how it's resisting around the words. Obviously, we would have to wait a little while for it to dry completely, but see how it's resisting around all of those words? And it would show even better, once it's completely dry. I don't have, oh, here's a paper towel. But see how it's starting to resist? Isn't that cool? Let me see if I can get it to speed up a little bit. There we go. Jennifer, you're a genius. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Move this out of the way and look at this. Marcia, just send an email to orders@brutusmonroe.com. Thanks, Jennifer. You were one step ahead of me. Stephanie, currently right now it does, but you do not have to log in to the second website because there's no points or anything like that. If you use shop, which is just kind of like a something that's through Shopify, it will work either way. I mean, look at these. Oh my word. Jennifer was right. She was right. Okay, so yes, so as it stands right now, we are at less than 100 packs of the rub-ons left. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for everyone that has ordered the rub-ons. When they say they are sold out, they are gone. They are sold out. We will not be restocking them. Don't worry, my dear sweet friends, I will have more and different designs coming out, but we have to cut it off at some point. So if you head on over to brutusmonroeevents.com, which is where we do all of our event stuff now. It's separate because it makes it so much easier to find things and go through things. If it says they're sold out, they're gone. Do not, please do not email Brutus Monroe. Do not email SCT saying, do you have a couple tucked away somewhere? When they're gone, they are gone, my friends. So thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart for hanging out with me tonight. A huge thank you to Catherine and Megan and the team at SCT for allowing me to again be a part of this incredible event. Thank you to all of my dear, dear sweet friends in the industry that came to hang out and cheer me on today. Jennifer, Gina, Cody, who all was here, Jen, Libby. I'm trying to think, did I forget anybody? Everybody that's here. Laura, thank you. Everyone here from the other classes and the other teachers and the great company owners for being here and for rooting me on. You have no idea how much. Kathy, did I say Kathy? I think I said Kathy. Thank you all so much for being a part of my life. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. As always, as I always say, remember to create something every single day, whether that is simply a memory or your own ending. I love you all dearly. Thank you for making me the luckiest man alive to be able to do what I love every day. And I will see you all very soon. Goodbye, my friends.